right, man. Let's talk about Stephen A. Smith. Well, Stephen A. Smith too, but Marco Antonio Barrera says that that Canelo gotta fight motherfucking David Benavidez. He said Canelo needs to fight for fan credibility, says boxing legend Marco Antonio Barrera. All right. Now Stephen A. Smith went in on him. I'll speak on that in the end, whatever, and why that's important. So I mean, my thing is, I mean, Canelo been a household product for how long in the sport of boxing? Let me go back in my box rec Rolodex. Okay. So I mean, he been, having a rapport with the fans, at least in the US, since what? At least, he fought Baltimore in LA in 2010. Right? Maybe around for sure 11 fighting Ricky Hatton in Anaheim Center. So I mean, I think he built credibility up, through the Triple G fights, through Mayweather, through Lara, through Cotto. So I think he got fan credibility. I don't think he's chasing for validation. Anybody with a crazed fan base like he does, I mean, come on. But if to be somebody that surfs the net or use social media, I don't know the psychology around this, but we tend to see 1,000 good comments and only notice the negative comments. You know what I'm saying? So he hear what people saying. He hear what Stephen A. Smith is saying about him trying to go the easy route and fight guys smaller than him, Jamal Charlo, and Terrence Crawford, when Benavidez is your mandatory. And I don't really care at this point what Benavidez did to lose the strap. Okay, I don't really care about having that conversation right now. He did what he did to lose the belt. So, but he's in a position to fight for the belt once again. So I really don't think, that's an issue. But boxing great Marco Antonio Barrera says Canelo Alvarez need to fight David Benavidez to get credibility with the fans. I don't know if credibility is the right word. I probably wouldn't go as far as to use validation. All right. Because I think he already didn't got that. But people, a lot of people that's hardcore boxing fans, that's objective, or some people say Canelo haters, kind of know that he pick and choose his fights, and pick the right time to fight people. You know what I'm saying? He he pick and choose his fights carefully. So we know that. We know that. Yeah, no, we already know what the business is when it comes to that. But I don't think credibility is in question. I think, fans want to see the fight. Maybe for credibility at super middleweight, I can see that, or validation, since everybody's seeing Benavidez as the man, and we all know had Benavidez not lost his belt, and I know if it's a fifth, we all be drunk, but if Benavidez never lost his belt, that Canelo Alvarez would have never would have pursued undisputed at 168. We all know that. So from that standpoint of view, I can see credibility and why validation could be the word for this particular instance or this particular weight class. So kind of like Devin Haney felt like he had to spin the block on Lomachenko, even though Lomachenko ducked him, for credibility, right? For credibility or for validation to really be undisputed, since people had an issue with Lomachenko. So he spun the block, got that validation, and that's cool. And I think, you wish Canelo Alvarez had that same drive, but then again, Haney's a young fighter. He's a young, hungry fighter. And by the way, I heard that I don't even know where this shit came from. I think it came from Shakur Stevenson's grandfather. I heard, from people close to the situation. I haven't reached out to Kevin Cunningham, and I ain't gonna put that man in the middle of this. I don't really care, but I just heard the good word last night that Lubin didn't slap Devin Haney, and all I know is Erickson Lubin hadn't said nothing about it. So, when a man feel like he don't need to address nothing, a lot of times the shit just goofy. And we talk about the power of a silence all the time on my other channel, Free Game 89, FR33 Game 89. The links in the link tree as well. So we talk about the power of silence all the time as men. You know? So but you know, nonetheless, man, I just feel that maybe it's from a validation from that standpoint of view. Benavidez, the credibility booster, you know, 4-division champion, but he's missing David Benavidez, said Marco Antonio Barrera to the media about Canelo not having Benavidez in his resume. I quote, I believe he could fight Benavidez. That's the fight that we want to see. Now, real quick, I respect him for doing this. I respect the OG holding a fighter accountable. I respect that because you don't get that every day throughout sports. See, you got Floyd co-signing sucker shit from Tank Davis. So, you know, and a lot of these guys, they shy away from it because, you know, the new generation call it hate. I don't believe in that. You know, hating ain't holding somebody accountable. Hate ain't telling the truth. And a lot of these old guys, they just go with the wave to stay relevant. They go with the wave just to stay cool, you know, in hip hop. And they just say the new stuff is good, knowing it's trash. So they don't be labeled as a hater. I love people that live in their truth, you know. But nonetheless, he continues on and he says that people will start giving him credibility, said Barrera, about Canelo needing Benavidez's name on his resume, but he needs that push. It's up to the boxer to stand up to that challenge. And at the end of the day, he's right. Canelo fight who he want to fight. He fight who he want to fight. So he right about that. You know what? At the end of the day, he got to push for it. You know, he don't want to fight that man. I keep telling y'all, that dude too big. He waiting for some type of weakness. You know, he waiting for some type of drainage or something. I'm telling y'all what it is, man. I know how Canelo think and how he operate. That's just who he is. He's somebody that need an advantage. He need an advantage. I need an advantage complex. Munguia an alternative option. Okay. He goes on and says, personally, I don't like that. He already beat his brother, said Barrera about Jamal Charlo, who was rumored to fight Canelo's opponent May 4th. It could be Munguia. That would be a terrific too, Barrera. So Barrera cool with Munguia. He said, number 1 WBO, number 2 WBC, has fought twice at 68, stopping 35-year-old John Ryder and beating 38-year-old Derevchenko by 12-round unanimous decision. Also, he fought Derevchenko at 68. I thought that was at I thought that shits was at 160. Yeah, he fought Munguia at 168. I didn't know that. I don't know how somebody get that fight of the year over Anthony Yarden better be at, but it is what it is. But he said no love from Morrell. Barrera didn't mention David Morrell. He probably know the fuck David Morrell is. Let's keep it a bean. He probably don't even know who the hell David Morrell is. Who the hell is that? Remember when the King came in on Coming to America? Who the hell is that? You know, so yeah. But if it's validation that's undisputed or credibility, I agree with that at 68. Well, I feel like Canelo's a credible fighter already. In the fans' view, that's what I feel. So, but if it's credibility to validate his undisputed, like Devin Haney spun the block on Buddy to validate his undisputed, yeah. I agree. You know, but people ain't gonna want to talk about that. You know, these guys ain't going to speak on that, man. But I kind of think he does need to fight. He does need to fight David Benavidez. Why not? Where did Jamal Charlo deserve a fight over David Benavidez? Where did Terrence Crawford deserve a fight at 68 over David Benavidez? And I'm fair. I'm fair. What Lane Mills just say, rest in power to him. I'm fair, but I'm firm. I'm fair. I don't want to see them fucking fights, bro. And I'd rather see the Benavidez fight. And I was listening to another YouTuber. I ain't gonna say his name, I like his channel, whatever. But you know, he said he bought a pay-per-view knowing it was trash. That's the fucking problem, dude. Y'all supporting y'all lame ass niggas out here supporting sucker shit, bro. Stop doing that. Stop putting your money up for something that don't need to be bought, bro. Y'all wonder why they keep dicking y'all around like that. Pause. Stop purchasing things that don't deserve to be purchased, bro. Come on, you're not gonna go in there and buy a pork sandwich if you don't eat pork. Stop doing it, bro. That's why they get. That's why they get away. That's why they get away with this shit. That's why they get away with it. Cause y'all ain't got no goddamn discipline. You'll shit on the fight and you already purchased it. That's like a woman complaining about you. Oh, you ain't shit, Tyrone, or you ain't shit, Tyrone. You ain't this. But you know, I already hit it. I done hit it like 10 times. You feel me? I ain't hit. I don't care. I still hit it. So, and put a thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Check out the Box News playlist. Let me know what you girls and guys think about Marco Antonio Barrera's critique of Canelo not fighting David Benavidez. Peace.